Y'all excited? I'm excited. Going to play some Space Engineers? I'm Kay. As you can see, we've done a lot more. All the thrusters are built. We need to get some gyroscopes going. We need to still finish the hull design, which is a work in progress. We need to do the hangar as well as the bridge. We have changed the name a little bit. It is now still the name, but it's Nemesis's Advanced Manufacturing Enterprise. I'm pretty happy with how the entire jump ring turned out. And I really do like the way that it looks when the ship is docked inside of it. I'm quite happy about all of that. I did make a couple modifications inside here. We just walk on in. What I've done in here is I've moved the little vent right there, and I placed a cryopod here. Moved the turret to the other side, as well as placed a turret in here. So I added a couple extra passenger seats just in case we get a couple extra people that want to come with us, as well as I turned these passenger seats. The way they were, I liked because you could stare outside. Whereas if you're just sitting in this seat, I mean, you can't really see out that window. But with them being the way they were, when you came out of the airlock, I constantly ran into them. Even when I went on this side, I constantly kept running into it. So I'm quite happy with how this turned out. With the main manufacturing ship being built, it's only a matter of time before it's completely up and running and we're all ready to go. And then it's basically just, hey, do you need help building your ship? Here's a big mining ship, and here you can. Here's all the resources you could ever need. We do need to come up with a color scheme for this. I say we do like a dingy yellow.
I don't think so.
Alright, so I've built a couple timer blocks, built some lights, and now I'm programming the timer blocks to get the airlocks working. Basically, the first timer block closes everything, just like on the other ship that I have, the No Name. So the first timer closes everything, toggles the vent. Second timer block toggles the on and off of the doors, and then the lights. And then the third timer block is going to open the doors. So since everything's depressurized right now, we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to go ahead and program them. I'm not going to program the button panels. Nobody will accidentally trigger it. And then when we get an opportunity, then we'll take care of that. Okay, so this should work. For the time being, just for testing purposes, I'm going to turn these off. Oh, actually, I want to keep these on. I want to turn this one off. Actually, since that's... yeah. Alright, so I'm going to need to add a couple seconds to the actual timer. This is a lot bigger of an airlock than the one that I have. So it's... right now it's set for 5. I think the other one I have set for like 7. Maybe... it might be the same size. Block-wise. I think I had the lights toggled on the second timer. I mean the first timer on the other one. I ain't worried about it, but it works. It should be open also because it's doing both airlocks at the same time. My plan is to have the airlocks opposite of each other, but that's going to be a little later on. Right now, we're not going to worry about that. And the auto doors automatically close everything. That's excellent. So as you saw from the menu, I don't know if you picked up on it, I've got a set of timer blocks for the front and then a set of timer blocks for the back. Ow. Nemesis was interested in putting a airlock back here. So I was thinking about putting an airlock basically right here. I gotta figure out how to do this, make it look nice. I'll probably do a whole bunch of windows, kind of frame out the airlock itself. Originally, I was really thinking about putting a atmospheric dome. Maybe we can make the airlock the actual dome itself. We'll open up some space and we'll run back there. As you can see, we've been putting in some windows. I don't know if I showed you all before. We've been putting in some windows to provide light inside here as well as help with the block count. Because we're pushing 4,000. We've had to put windows in a couple times to get around it. So we went ahead and put windows throughout a whole bunch of places. So now, I mean, we were able to shave basically almost 100 blocks off. So that's quite nice. Now I gotta figure out where to put the vent for this. As well as I gotta pipe it up. I can easily move that and just pipe straight. If I pipe here, or maybe do a vent at the top. Vent at the top might actually be a better bet. Oops. Now the airlocks up front, they're actually on their own oxygen generator. or not oxygen generator, oxygen tank. It would probably be a good plan to have these on their own oxygen tank, so piping these directly into the feed may not be necessary. What we could do, instead of making this the entry to the airlock, we could put the entry to the airlock basically right here. So the door would actually be right there. Alright, so let's see if we can get some of these windows going. Alright, so I already got the angled blocks. Let's do the some slopes. I won't need that one. Alright, so just a few interior plates left, and this rear airlock should be completed. We just gotta program the guess I need bulletproof glass. $51 bulletproof glass. Alright, so now the airlock should be completed when we put this stuff in. Yep. So we have pressurization. As you can see, I put a little LCD screen there. I also put one over here. This is nice. I like this. I might change these out and put railings though. The railings I'm gonna have to use because these are upside down. I'm gonna have to use the cover walls. But once again, what's the block count up to? I had quite a few blocks. We might end up needing to put more windows in, or Nemesis may just not like my so what do I need for cover walls again? Steel plate and construction. So Nemesis might not like this. And we can finagle it however we need. Alright, so this should be set. Now we gotta run really fast to try to get some oxygen. Alright, so we've got these airlocks done. And we've got our rear airlocks done now. And from the outside, it gives the ship a little extra pizzazz. I like it. And having that that airtight hangar door there, you know, it does free up 2 extra blocks, but also it kind of adds a little extra feature. Kind of one of those things where if this gets since this is all glass, if this gets damaged, you know, that it's supposed to have a higher durability. Whether or not it actually in this game it has a higher durability, but you would think that really thick hangar door like this would be a little more beefier than that right there. So really the only thing that's left is to add those LCD screens to inside the airlocks over here. So we can do that real quick. Back. Need 2 displays, 6 computers, and 10 construction. All right. So all these airlocks are now set up. And we've got a back airlock. Got a bunch of windows. Our current block count is 3,984. As far as I know, we need a lot of gyros. And we need a whole bunch of LCD screens that give status of everything. That will be in this room right here. So those 2 items are all that's left. Now, in order to get those 2 items, we're probably going to need to make some more windows. So as you can see, the hull is pretty good, and I like the way it looks. The hangar's done. Everything's airtight. I don't even think I showed you this bridge. But everything's pretty much done. Right now, we still need to do turrets. Not exactly sure how to pipe all that up. Or maybe we just won't have any turrets on this. Maybe just throw 1 or 2 and that's about it. I know Nemesis worked hard on his hull. He did a good job. Alright. Well, I think that's it. Until next time, this is Kay, and have fun.